take a look at the comparison between 2017 and 2026 BMC elections, because that will give us the entire picture of what exactly has happened and what exactly is the future over here for Mumbai. So let's look at the numbers. The Maharashtra is now BJP's fortress. That's what everyone is in fact asking. So as of 3 p.m. these are the results for 2026. BJP has 98 seats they are winning. That's the trend that's coming. In 2017 they won only 82 seats. In 2012 they won on 31 seats, 2007 28 and 2002 35. So you can see that graph exponentially increasing, because the trust of the people in the BJP is increasing. They trust that they will in fact perform. They will give us the development, the progress that BMC, that Mumbai actually needs, the decisive actions that actually BJP can provide, with it at the center, with it at leading the state government and now the BMC. So also let's look at Maharashtra. Overall, what was BJP's seat share and what was its vote share? So in 2024, we are not looking at this elections, because after the results are consolidated, we will look at that graph. But let's look at 2024, the Maharashtra Assembly elections. The seat share was around 132 seats and the vote share was 26.77%. And when we compare it to 2019, they only had 105 seats with a 25.75% vote share. In 2014, BJP had 122 seats, so they saw a slight dip in 2019 and the vote share was around 27.81%. So that seems to be the highest vote share in 2014 when the Maharashtra Assembly elections were held. And in 2009, they only had 46% of seat shares and 14.02% of vote share. In 2004, 54 is the seat sharing and vote share is around 13.67. So over here again we can see that in 2024 they saw a huge number, they saw 132, and obviously we are looking forward to that next Maharashtra Assembly elections where BJP can in fact perform much better. In the Lok Sabha elections, what are the Maharashtra results actually saying? Let's compare the past 5. 2014, 2024, 9 is the seat share and 26.16% is the vote share. In 2019, 23 is the seats and 27.84% is the vote share. In 2014, we are seeing 23 again and 27.32% of vote share. So we saw an increase in the percentage of the vote share, and in 2009, we are seeing 9 seats and 18.17% of vote share, and 2004, we are seeing 13 seats and 22.61% of vote share. So clearly it's always an increasing graph for the BJP when we look at those elections. So let me in fact go across to my colleague Shahid Ansari, who's joining us over there from Mumbai. So Shahid, in fact यहाँ पर हम देख रहे हैं बीजेपी ओवर द पास्ट इलेक्शंस उनके वोट शेयर्स बहुत इंक्रीज़ कर रहे हैं. हम लोग ने पिछले अगर लोकसभा इलेक्शंस देखे, महाराष्ट्र असेंबली इलेक्शंस देखे या फिर लोकल बॉडी पोल्स भी देखे, बीजेपी एज अ पार्टी इज़ इमर्जिंग एज अ लीडर इन महाराष्ट्र. शाहिद.
जी बिल्कुल. देखिए, इससे पहले के बीजेपी के जो परफॉर्मेंस रहे हैं उस परफॉर्मेंस की बुनियाद पर अगर हम आगे की बात करें, अभी की बात करें, तो ऐसा नहीं रहा है कि पिछले जो चुनाव पिछले जो बीएमसी चुनाव में जो उनका रिजल्ट रहा है वो सेकंड पोजीशन पे रहे. हालांकि पहले पोजीशन पे आपको याद होगा कि ठाकरे की जो पार्टी थी उसमें शिंदे उनके तरफ थे. उस वक्त जो है बीजेपी जो है हालांकि गठबंधन में थी, लेकिन उसके बाद भी बीजेपी के जो है सेकंड पोजीशन रही है. और दूसरी अहम बात ये रही है कि अब जो है उनको इस बात का जजमेंट रहा है कि इस बार जो है चूँकि असेंबली चुनाव में जो उनका परफॉर्मेंस बेहतर रहा है, तो उसके बाद उन्हें ये अंदाज़ा लग गया था कि अगर कदम जमाने हैं तो फिर जो है जनता के जो मांगे हैं, जनता के जो मुद्दे हैं, उनको लेकर जो है साथ चलना होगा। बीजेपी ने वो बहुत ही कम समय में वो मेहनत की, और उस मेहनत करने के बाद आप देखिए राज्य के 29 महानगर पालिका है, उसमें कम से कम 25 पे तो अब तक की जो जानकारी मिली है उन्होंने अपना जो है झंडा गाड़ दिया है, और 3-4 पे अगर नहीं भी है तो एक चीज़ आप ये कह सकते हैं कि जो परफॉर्मेंस रहा है ना कि अच्छा बल्कि बहुत ही अच्छा रहा है। जबकि ठाकरे ब्रदर्स का आप देखें तो एक तरह से सुपड़ा साफ होते नजर आया। हालांकि उन्होंने जो चुनाव से पहले जो बातें और जो भाषण किए थे, जो मुद्दे जनता के सामने वो किए थे, उसमें से बार बार वो मराठी अस्मिता की जो बात कर रहे थे, जिसका मतलब ये हुआ है कि मराठी अस्मिता के नाम पर जो है उन्होंने जो है लोगों को जो है अपने जो है उनके वोट जो है अपने झोली में जमा करने में पूरी तरह से नाकाम रहे। इस वक्त मैं बीजेपी के दफ्तर के बाहर मौजूद हूँ, और यहाँ पे जो है बीजेपी के कई सारे लीडर्स, कई सारे जो कार्यकर्ता हैं वो धीरे धीरे इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं। अभी पंकजा मुंडे भी यहाँ आई हैं। अभी की बात करें तो अब तक मुंबई में जो है 118 सीटें जो है इनकी बीजेपी और शिंदे सेना की जो है 118 सीटें हैं, जबकि ठाकरे ब्रदर्स की बात करें तो 66 सीटें ही हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो है ये जो आप समीकरण देख रहे हैं, अब तक का जो उनका रिजल्ट आप देख रहे हैं, ये कहीं ना कहीं जो है ये साबित करता है कि ठाकरे ब्रदर्स ने जो है अपनी जगह खो दी, और उनकी जगह जो आप इससे पहले आप देखेंगे उनकी जगह जो है पूरी तरह से ना सिर्फ उनकी जगह बल्कि उनसे भी कहीं ज़्यादा जो है महाराष्ट्र की जनता के बीच में अपनी पकड़ बनाने में बीजेपी पूरी तरह से कामयाब हुई है। राज्य के 29 महानगर पालिकाओं में अगर अभी तक के जो रिजल्ट है, चूँकि अभी भी पूरा हुआ नहीं है, अभी तक की अगर हम बात करें तो 25 महानगर पालिकाओं में जो है बीजेपी ने अपने झंडे गाड़ दिए। अब बहुत ज़्यादा जो है बीजेपी को जो है आने वाले चुनाव में जो है बहुत ज़्यादा समीकरण तय करने की ज़रूरत नहीं होगी, क्योंकि जो मेहनत उन्होंने की है उसका रिजल्ट जो है महाराष्ट्र की जनता ने उन्होंने दिया है। मुंबई में अगर भाजपा की 90 सीटें अभी हैं फिलहाल, शिंदे की 28 है, उसके बाद जो है ठाकरे की जो है 57 है, मनसे की जो है 9 सीटें हैं, कांग्रेस की 15 सीटें हैं, और राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस की 3, जबकि अदर की बात करें तो 8 सीटें हैं। तो आप ये देखिए कि कहीं ना कहीं जो बीजेपी है, भले अगर उसकी अकेले की भी बात करें तो उनका परफॉर्मेंस बहुत बेहतर है, अकेले में भी वो सबसे ज़्यादा ही है। अब अगर गठबंधन की सीटें काउंट कर लेंगे तो 118 सीटें आसपास जाती हैं, तो कहीं ना कहीं बीजेपी के लिए जो है अब तो उनको जो है बहुत ज़्यादा अब राज्य में मेहनत करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, बल्कि उन्होंने जो मेहनत की है बहुत ही कम समय में उसका नतीजा मिला। आप देखिए कि चुनाव की जो मियाद तय की गई थी उससे 4 साल बाद चुनाव हुआ, यानी बीएमसी के जो चुनाव होते हैं वो चुनाव होने के बाद 4 साल बाद चुनाव हुआ, उसमें भी जो है मामला सुप्रीम कोर्ट तक गया, तब जाकर ये चुनाव हुआ। सुप्रीम कोर्ट के सख्ती के बाद ये चुनाव हुआ, और आपको बता दूं कि चुनाव की जो चुनाव आयोग ने जो समय दिया था वो समय बहुत कम था, सिर्फ बीजेपी
बने रहे। इनफैक्ट वी हैव सोशल मीडिया पोस्ट फ्रॉम देवेंद्र फडणवीस that we will in fact put out on our screens right now, and obviously he is seen congratulating the BJP party workers, and this is what we are looking at right now, given the win of the BJP in the BMC elections as well as those elections across local bodies in Maharashtra. Let me in fact now go across to Piyush Pant who is with us on the broadcast. Mr. Pant, obviously we are seeing a lot of changes that are going to happen. We are seeing that in the BMC, the BJP will be the single largest party. Obviously, we might see a mayor from BJP itself, but 75,000 crores, sir. That's the amount of funds that the BMC has, and people have put their trust in the BJP to handle that for development, for progress, and this is a big setback for Uddhav Thackeray, because for the past 30 years that had been their bastion.
Of course, Shivani, it's a big setback, but it was I think it was already indication were there that he is going to have a drubbing by BJP and Shiv Sena Shinde because Uddhav Thackeray has not been very strong in the Maharashtra politics after the results of assembly were declared, and the way the drubbing was given by the electorate to his party and the alliance. So I think he fought the election half-hearted, and very late he came into alliance with his cousin, and on the pretext of reviving the Maharashtrian sentiment. But I think that doesn't work now because there has been a generation change, generational change, and now the youngsters they are least bothered about the pride associated with a particular language, because now the most of the youngsters, they go and work in the IT sector, and many IT hubs are in southern states. You say Karnataka or Andhra or this. So if they also get the same treatment over there, what will happen to them and their psyche? So now this is Mumbaikar or jo Marathi pride. These issues don't appeal to the youngsters. So I think it is here where the Thackeray brothers, they failed to revive that sentiment. Moreover, Eknath Shinde's role is also very important, because now Shiv Sena is not what it used to be, because Eknath Shinde has dealt a severe jolt to the organizational status of the Shiv Sena. So the UBT doesn't have that much clout in the ground as Shinde has. So I think the always dice was loaded in favor of BJP and Shiv Sena Shinde group, the alliance, and they fought it very well also. Moreover, there was also an element of non-transparency in the way the election was conducted. There were very questions were raised, and particularly when the campaigning was stopped, then a day was there, a free day, but it was given to the candidates. They could go and do door-to-door campaigning. This was not allowed earlier because this was not in the rules of the election commission for the campaigning. But this was flouted this time by election commission itself. So many doubts were raised, and second thing also, in many of the seats, the contest was very, close contest, and the win has also been very close, very thin margins. So it was closely contested elections, and obviously the party, the alliance, which was strong at the ground level, which has more funds, which has a government already ruling in Maharashtra, so they were at advantageous stage. And I think this is what has happened. They have got a massive verdict in their favor, and now particularly the BMC, which has a huge budget, and so now the people will expect that the BMC works in the interest of the people of Maharashtra and not in favor of certain corporates. So that will be the thing to be that will be seen in future.
Right. In fact, Advocate Manas Vithapur, if I can rope you in to this discussion, we are seeing some of the biggest takeaways. One of them being that you don't need to be a name like a Pawar or a Thackeray to in fact get votes. People have voted for independent leaders as well, and they have voted for the BJP, they have voted for development. You do not need a Pawar or a Thackeray backing. They have also in fact, we were just seeing how BJP has consolidated its vote share and its voter share percentage over the past few years. Does this look like a stepping stone for the next Maharashtra Assembly elections for the BJP, because it's appearing as the single largest parties in a lot of local bodies over there?
I think after 2022, when Shiv Sena was divided into two parts, since the vote bank of Shiv Sena and BJP is predominantly a same or a similar kind of a vote bank, which banks on a rightist vote bank ideology, while the Congress NCP is on the left side of the ideology of politics. And I think when Shiv Sena or BJP loses ground, either of the parties would have a better opportunity there in terms of consolidation of vote bank. What happened after 2022 was a lollipop chief ministership was given to Eknath Shinde, and after that, all those elections which were happening, the voters of Shiv Sena before 2017 and before 2012, if you'll see the vote bank of BJP, it was very minimum. It was around 14% with around 32 seats, not very much there. And when BJP entered Maharashtra for the first time in the 90s, Shiv Sena was the big brother, large-hearted brother, and gave BJP that chance to enter Maharashtra and fight elections along with it. And now, when we see is now the big brother has been divided or has been ruined into political. It's a political no play for Shiv Sena, combined Shiv Sena also. When you divide a political party into two, voters, the basic ideology gets divided. The vote is going to be divided. The voters are going to be confused, and this adds to the advantage of BJP. And also, BJP has played very well in terms of uh, setting of seats of Shiv Sena led by Eknath Shinde against Uddhav Thackeray's candidates. You will see there would be a very thin line of margin between those two candidates fighting there. While BJP has its own strength of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, of Devendra Fadnavis being there, strength to strength, and double engine now coming out with triple engine. That's there. But the biggest advantage is the division of Shiv Sena, and after, when a political party which was a stronghold of the Hindu voters in Maharashtra, be it with against NCP, Congress, which during the during the high points of NCP, Congress, Shiv Sena was the only political party which was having a different ideology and fighting all those ground. And when it was the time for Shiv Sena to actually prosper with BJP, somehow things didn't work out, and Shiv Sena was divided into two parts. And now what we see forward would be Eknath Shinde's Shiv Sena sooner or later would be merged with BJP, or will lose ground completely in the forthcoming elections. And this token deputy chief minister's ship maybe is given this time. Next time that will not also be available for Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena. And the Thackeray brothers coming together will also be decimated now, because the entire system of election is basically, if you fight election to win election. Regional political parties are not so much funded like the Congress, the likes of the Congress. Congress is also less funded, but the likes of Congress, regional political parties will lose its sheen if they don't turn up into winning elections. So now the Thackeray brothers MNS have never won an election apart from Nasik Municipal Corporation. They have never had that winning streak anywhere. So Uddhav Thackeray would not be heavily funded henceforward, and will not have that Karyakarta bal, because no one would want to be a part of a losing team. They will ship guns. While the big leaders always have done that, smaller Karyakartas also look for opportunities wherein they would want to do something in a political party which is in power. And BJP and Shiv Sena have a similar ideology, though uh, Shiv Sena is completely hardcore Hindutva ideology. BJP is Viksit Bharat plus development plus Hindutva. So these ideologies somehow match. So the Karyakartas of Shiv Sena will shift to BJP very soon.
Right.
And this would be an end of Shiv Sena. We are just seeing the decline. You see the decline of the combined vote share also is declining.
Right.
Individually, voters get confused. So this is going to benefit BJP. So that's the biggest play is not Vikas. It is the biggest play which happened in 2022. The results are coming out right now. So whenever
Right,
an
so
election will come,
it's
that
basically
result
the
is going to
division,
be evident now.
the division of the parties that we were looking at over there in 2022.